Thanks for tuning in for another flight test. I have here version 2 of Durafly's Me-163B Comet, the legendary German fighter interceptor. So this is, as expected, it's plug and play. There will not be a lot to do to put this together, but there are a few new features you should be aware of. So the first major change is a scale dolly style undercarriage that is gravity released, basically. So really simple and reduces weight significantly. So all you have to do is take off and the dolly with its wheels drops away. Now if you're flying off bumpy ground, then you might want to consider the optional magnetic release system, which enables you to keep the dolly attached until you have successfully taken off, and then you can flick a switch on the transmitter to make it drop away. Next big change with this Me-163 version 2 is that 4S is the standard for the power system now, although it can still support 3S, but obviously won't be as quick. 4S is possible because they've changed the internal structures, changed the spar system for the wing to accommodate the bigger battery inside and also reduce the all-up weight of the model. So the third change on this Me-163 version 2 is probably the most obvious, in that it has changed schemes to White 10, a famous scheme flown on the Me-163 by Lieutenant Hans Ludwig Loscher. Okay, so that's all the components out of the box. Let's have a look at the fuselage first. So we've got the canopy, which slides in at the front, and there's a big magnet at the back to hold that in place. Look inside the fuselage, you can see there's lots of space, but you've got the 40 amp speed controller in there, which has got an XT60 plug. The motor is already in place, so we just have to attach the prop and the front of the spinner. After putting that on, let's look at the vertical stabilizer with the rudder. Single servo already in there, so we just have to glue this in place onto the back of the fuselage and put the horn in place on the rudder and hook that up with a push rod to the rudder servo. Then looking at the wings, contrasting scheme, camouflage on top and nice and plain light green underneath. Good for visibility when you have contrasting scheme like that. Single servo. Again, we're going to have to put the horn in place on the elevon and hook that up. After we put the horn on here, hook that up with a push rod to the servo. And we've got that default dolly style undercarriage that's going to drop away after we take off. We've got the spar, a nice thick wide diameter carbon rod for the spar for the wings, some extra stickers to put on, some scale details, a couple of propellers, which is good, always good to have a spare, and the push rods, and I think that's about it. I'm going to put an FR Sky receiver in this and use it with my Radiomaster TX16S, my favourite radio. And here's our setup guide. Very important on fast models like this to set up the throws on the elevons correctly, and on the rudder. You don't want them too large, certainly on something high speed like this. We're going to fly it on a 4S 2200 mAh pack, and we've got the CG here 85 to 90 millimeters from the leading edge. So this is going to be very quick to put together. Let's do that now and see what it looks like. So here we are, this is the HE163 ready to go. A bit delayed actually. It has been out for a while now. We haven't had some great weather, and the other reason is I was waiting for the delivery of these rockets. Can't really fly the HE163 without the rockets. I don't think too many people have done it. So I've got an electronic switch in here, hooked up to the electronic ignition on these rockets. I'll put the link for the rockets I'm using in the video description and the pinned comment. They're supposed to be a 6-second burn, 6 seconds doesn't sound very long, but when you're flying something, I think that's an eternity. I could probably do a circuit in 6 seconds, so it'll be interesting to see how that works. So in terms of assembly, really straightforward, obviously, not a lot to do. But on the dolly, I did have to take off all of the paint. They've been a bit overzealous in painting it so it's loose and it drops out. I don't have there's an optional magnetic release that you can get. I'll order that when it comes in. It's out of stock at the moment, but at the moment we're just going to try this on a bumpy strip, which isn't ideal because it could come out if it hits a bump. But that's why people use the magnetic release. On a smooth strip, I don't think you'd need it. So let's plug it in. Let's hope the rocket doesn't go in when I plug in the back, doesn't go off when I plug in the lipo. Here we go. This could be a comedy moment right at the start.
You sure you got the switch the right way around on?
Well, it's a momentary switch. So you just flick it and it springs back. This is terrifying. I'm not joking. It's the first time I've ever put a rocket in a plane.
Oh, we done the Herc, didn't we?
That is the right way around with the fuse at the back, yeah?
Yes, yeah. Otherwise it would be a self-ejecting rocket out the other way. Part of me wants it to go off now.
I'm sure all the viewers watching want it to go off.
Oh,
Right.
what a disappointment.
Oh my God!
What a disappointment.
Not for me! Oh, balls. Attempt number 2, so more power. Oh my God. Right, so here we are down the flying field with Jay, and he's going to give the Me-163 a go.
Yeah.
To be honest, I screwed up. I think I might have the CG wrong on previous flights, but we've sorted that out now. Let's do one pass.
Yeah.
Full speed on the motor.
Yeah.
And then come around,
Yeah.
cut the throttle,
Yeah.
cruise and glide for a second, and then ignite.
Alright.
Burn the rocket in the back.
I will say that the takeoffs are hit and miss with this because our ground's really rough at the moment, isn't it?
Well, it is, but
So-
what they do is an enhancement where you can release on a switch because you can add in a servo to release it. So we might have to do that for the future flights, but
Yeah.
let's give it a go like this.
Let's give it a go.
Wow. It's up. I don't know what happened there.
The wheels fell off a little early.
Oh.
Right. So you want a full speed pass first?
Yes. Not too shabby, and that's into wind. Can you do downwind? Turn left. Ooh, not bad. All right.
Ready?
I've lost you temporarily. Oh, I see.
Got me?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so I'm going to cruise in. And then... Ready?
Yep. Hooray!
It worked!
I thought it was a bit of a delay.
It was on the wrong switch, you told me the wrong switch.
Oh, did I? I told you the wrong switch. Well, we can do it again. Did it? I couldn't see through the viewfinder. Did it add much?
I mean, I was on very low throttle and it went straight up.
Oh, okay. Quite a long burn.
And that roll rate is less than a quarter
the stick lift.
Yeah, I've got it on very high rates. You must be not using much of the stick.
I'm not moving, I'm just literally like touching it with a hair.
Oh, we'll have to do that again, Jay.
Should we get another motor in there?
Yeah.
Now we know the button. For extra points, I should try and land on the wheel.
Anyway, successful.
It was. I mean, it was pretty cool. It sounded awesome, didn't it?
It did sound good.
But yeah, so it's on the throttle cut switch. We know that now. It carried on going up. So,
but it did add quite a bit of power.
I think so. Yeah. I think what we need to do though is try it with no power at all, just straight and level through, and see how it behaves. So
all right.
Let's chuck another one in and go.
Well, we'll do that. Yeah.
Let's go. So we're putting in another motor, as discussed. There's the little motor, and show us where it goes, Dom.
I'll try and put a link for where I got these in the video description. 03-P model rocket engine. So we passed the fuse out the back, and we're using a switch that I got off eBay, and then a little terminal block to wire the fuse into that switch. So we just put that up there and tuck that in there. Should be good. That's all you need to do.
Perfect.
Ready? All right.
Ready for another go.
So here we go. Second flight. See if we can get closer and get a better action shot. Oh, better take off.
Better take off, yeah. Right, just do it on the first circuit, shall I?
Yes, mate. Cruise in.
So we're gonna have no throttle and just come through on rocket. So coming down.
Not too low. That's good.
Lighting now.
Pull up. So that was totally on rocket power.
Totally rocket power, yeah. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Very cool.
It's pretty cool.
God, we're such kids.
Anything with fire and explosives.
Yeah, it's all good. Nice one.
It's quite quick, isn't it?
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is the Durafly Me-163 from Hobby King. We got it in the air eventually, and must apologise to Stuart for it taking so long. But I'm persistent, and we got it done eventually. I will tell you this, it's a very durable model because I have given it some punishment. Jeez! At my feet.
There we go.
Well done, Jay.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
That was a lot of fun.
For a foamy, they're pretty cost effective, these things as well, aren't they? They don't cost much.
No.
That's a lot of fun. With the rocket motor, I think, completes it.
Yeah, and it only takes seconds to put one in.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks everybody for watching this. If you enjoy what we do, then please subscribe. And we'll be back for another one in the near future.
See you soon.
See ya. Time for me to have a go, Jay. I want to go.
Yeah, actually, it's your go, isn't it? Yeah.
It's my go.
Have we got more motors?
Yeah. Let's do it again.
Let's
do it again. Right, okay. Dom's go. So this time I've put my Insta360 GO2 action camera on the back, pointing backwards, but the camera is on the CG, so hopefully it won't affect the central gravity too much, the balance point. Here we go. Ready, Jay?
Ready.
Hey! Oh!
I think their little servo mod might be a worthwhile mod.
Yeah.
You need to notice when you're going to do it.
I think we have chipped this prop quite a bit.
Yeah,
that's why
it's a little bit
down
out of balance.
So this is quite close, so that was good.
And Dom's smiling.
You can actually see the flame out of the back.
You can, yeah.
All right, bring it in.
I think you need a mod so you can have 2 motors now, Dom.
Oh, that would be good, yeah. Oh!
Well, it's landed.
So there you go, the camera is still recording, so I'm really hoping that that caught some nice nice video, although it was into the sun, but we can only hope. So again, thanks very much for watching what we do on Essential RC. We do it because it's just so much fun, isn't it, Jay?
Absolutely.
And we love this hobby. So thanks everybody, and see you next time for another flight test. Better take off.
Better take off, yeah. So it's coming down.
Not too low, that's good.
Lighting now.
Pull up. I will tell you this, it's a very durable model because I have given it some punishment. Jeez! At my feet.